Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Hello, everybody. We have Mobland,
Oh,
Adama,
great guy.
Adama Pictures Productions.
Great guy.
Yeah, Mobland's a great guy. Edwin Jimenez, who's
Great
always a
guy.
gentleman and a big supporter of our show. We love you. Maddie Marinera,
Matty
one of our
Marinad.
brothers.
Great guy. Great guy, Matty Marinad.
Co-trained.
Deuce
Mobrats
Fun is a great
too.
guy.
Andre
Andre 3000. He's in here,
Andre
Andre 3 Stacks.
Patel.
Another great guy.
What about Teresa Murphy? What do you think of her?
The most beautiful and nicest, most kind, generous, and a family member of mine.
And a great mother. She raised some good
The
boys.
best. The best.
Paps needs gas money.
Great guy.
Mike Wall.
Great guy.
We got a peacemaker in here.
Another great guy. Roscoe, great guy.
August 23rd. What is today's date? Is today the 23rd?
Yep.
Oh, peacemaker must be new to this community. Welcome.
I want to send a shout out to my nanny. Love you and I miss you. And she would have been 99 today.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday in heaven. BK Shallon Finest, Montauk. BK Shallon Finest is like a brother to us. He's a great guy that we
BK,
might argue sometimes like siblings, but we love him.
I got to talk to you after the show, Mike.
Mike, Joe
Let
needs to
me
talk
tell
to
you
you after
something.
the show. Mike, after the show, Vinny,
Yeah, it's
fucking
crazy.
Joey wants to talk to you.
It's crazy. Mike, you wouldn't even believe it how crazy it is. I'm like stunned. I mean, I just,
The things we've discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Montauk. Mandy. Doo Brown is in town. See, Amber was supposed to come join us
That was
today.
one of my favorite songs.
What?
Mary Mary. You never heard Mary Mary by Run DMC?
Sing it to
Mary Mary, why you bugging? You never heard that, Run DMC? So
I
when I
do
see
now.
Mandy, I say Mandy. I probably should be singing the Barry Manilow one. Didn't he have a song, Mandy?
I don't
Barry
know.
Manilow?
Rick's in the chat. Rick, hello everybody.
Oh,
Hello to you, Rick. Rick's a good guy.
great guy. Great guy.
Redzilla's here. I saw
Oh my
somebody
God.
say hi to Redzilla, but I haven't seen Redzilla in
Redzilla.
chat. B1, what's up? Driving New York with Skip.
What could I say
Great,
about your
great guy.
videos?
Locky 13. Hey, all. Not sure what this channel is about, but I got the link from Little MF channel recently and figured I'd come have a look. Well, welcome
This
to
channel ain't
the
about
chat.
shit.
Yeah, we're not sure yet what direction we're going. We're
It's
working
not
on
about
little
shit.
things here and there. But thanks for coming in and hanging out. Tarragon is in here.
See, you notice we didn't see Skip, driving with Skip.
Yeah.
We didn't see him for a while because the fucking gas prices were so high. He wasn't driving all around paying $5-6 a gallon. Now he's back on the road. Thank you, President Biden. We love you, man.
Gene Perry's in here. Del Strain.
Yeah.
So I think we said hi to everybody. I am going to Avatar for a
That would
minute.
be I would love to do a show where I would love to do a show where
What?
a call from Michigan. I fucking hate Michigan. Um,
Oh,
we would do a show
Chicago is not Michigan.
where the people in the chat explain their names to us.
Oh, that'd
Like
be cool.
obviously, like obviously Teresa Murphy's her name, but like how did you guys come up with these nicknames? Because to me, some of the nicknames are interesting. I mean, it's interesting, like how I got my name and BK Shaolin. Everybody has a story behind their name, and like even Teresa Murphy. Teresa, who are you named after? Are you named after your grandma or your grandpa or what? Not grandfather. I'm just saying, like, you might be. It'd be interesting. Like Redzilla. How'd you come up with that name? Do you have red hair? Just
No, he doesn't have red hair.
born with this, right? But you were born with it. But who's the Dell? Like, I don't know. Were you named after?
Thank you, Mike Wall.
Oh, see, Kevin Durant's coming back to the Nets. I knew he was just posturing.
All right, so let's read this super chat from Edwin Geminis. Mr. Joe, the Alpha Omega, Mr. Joe and the Alpha Omega women, NB, our utmost respect always. God bless, blessings for your daughter. Thank you. Edwin is a gentleman, and nobody ever should have any problems with him on here because he is nothing but a gentleman. Scott Bell's in here. How are you?
Yep,
Uh,
we're all
Jared
gentlemen.
Patterson. How are you? Mom named after the greatest sauce maker in from the 1800s. Wow, Maddie. That's cool.
Yeah, Marinat. I like that. It's a good name, Marinat. See,
Yes.
but see, Maddie, you shouldn't have spelled it that way. Like you should have spelled it like Marinat. Like how like Italian people like they just there's a word and it's like it doesn't even sound like it. Like I used to trip out at my grandfather, right? Like the movie Goodfellas, right? So in the movie Goodfellas, Tommy Henry Hill, right? He was calling him Hendry, right? Like would it like Hendry, like Hendry. And I had no idea, like I had never heard someone like Henry or Hendry, right? I met my grandfather in the year 2000 and we became very close and he would tell me all about his family. So one time I'm sitting there and he's telling me about his uncle Enrico, right? And he's like, "Yeah, my uncle Enrico. We talk. Yeah, his we called him Hendry. My grandfather. If I would write down on a piece of paper Henry, he would pronounce it Hendry. I'm like, where's the D? He's like, what are you talking about? Hendry. That's Hendry. Like, it's crazy. Like, where does Hendry come from? Older Italian people, for some reason, well, I know Enrico, Henry is, that's Italian for Enrico, but Hendry. Like, where the fuck does that come from? Hendry. He was calling him Hendry, my uncle Hendry.
I have
But
a
I
great
think the
grandpa
rest,
Henry.
yeah, like Hendry. I don't know, like Henry, like Hendry, like I don't know. I guess the R, like Hern, Hendry. Another one, another name that I found out that's crazy is you ever hear the name, okay? It's Siobian. You know how you pronounce that? How would you pronounce the lettering I just okay, so Siobian. Sioban, right? No, it's
Yeah.
Siobhan. It's
Uh-huh.
Siobhan. Did you know that? Siobhan.
No.
I
No,
guess
but
it's
this
Irish or something, but like it's just Siobhan. I
hmm.
worked with someone, her name was Sioban, is how it was spelled.
So
But no, she's like, you know, it's Siobhan.
Hendry is Scottish. Second name Hendry too. Loki 13. That name comes from Norse mythology. Brother to Thor and Freya, son of Odin. He's a
Yeah,
chaos smoker, and that fit me as a younger man. Friends gave it to me as a nickname.
yeah. See,
Um,
maybe that's how it's not spelled that way though. I I think it's Sioban. So maybe there isn't an I. Maybe it's Sioban. It's definitely Sioban, but in the Irish people, I guess it's Siobhan is how it's pronounced. I don't know. It's just
we have the prophets in here, and the prophet says, Mark 10:12. If she divorces her husband and marries another, she commits adultery. So if I divorce my husband and marry another man, I am committing adultery. Good to
right.
know. I learn something new every day, Prophet. Thank you for telling me that. I don't know if
Well,
he's directing that towards me. I'm just saying, so
you know what happened
as
to
far as
me?
Mark 10:12.
I'm an open book. So what's been happening is
What?
um, my
I don't like you
significant
being an open book though. Keep things private. So it
my
depends on what you're
significant other people have been sending her emails and stuff, you know, like lying about me and stuff like that, saying that, you know, I'm dating a bunch of other
Well,
women
why are
and
you
I'm,
telling
yeah, I
why are
don't
you
know why people would send
I
emails
don't
and
know why
stuff
you're
like
telling
that.
people this online.
Why would I? Why wouldn't
Not
I tell them?
I don't I
It's the FBI people.
well, who cares about them?
I
My
know.
daughter has to tell me how to pronounce it. It's not that smart. Um,
Why I was saying that, okay, is
I think you
because
should just not
no,
say that.
I need a place to stay. Who am I gonna tell? I gotta tell my friends. I'll be living in the fucking streets.
Well,
What do you want me to do? Not say anything?
yeah, it's
I'll be
better
living
not
in a
to give them
fucking.
attention.
I'll be living. I'll be living. She told me. She says, "You got what? You have 150 Jordan shoe boxes. Why don't you see if you could put them together and make a house out of that?" I'll be living in a fucking cardboard shack.
Anyway,
But I'll
um,
have the Jordan symbol everywhere. That'll be cool. A
Teresa's
Jordan house.
laughing. Um, they're idiots. Who cares? I don't know why Joe even whatever. That's what he does.
Why I brought it up?
Yeah, change the subject because it's like
What? I'm telling the
nothing.
truth.
I don't give a fuck if you're telling the truth or not.
I'm telling the truth. The truth.
Anyway,
I'm telling the truth with an F. Truth. You know the truth. So
free
that's my
Tommy
life right
Karate.
now.
What does that have to do with anything? Free Tommy Karate. Fucking idiot. Sometimes people say stupid shit. Um,
You see? Now the free Tommy karate thing, right? All right. I understand
let's
what you're
get back
saying.
to the mob. We don't talk about the mob
No,
here.
but I just want to answer this because it's people do this a lot, right? It's like free Tommy karate. Now, do you
Pretty
realize
Monita's here.
oh, pretty Monita? Oh, that's great.
We haven't seen you for
What's
a minute,
happening?
girl. We missed you. We're
Yes,
always
I
thinking
miss you
about you
too.
and shouting you out when you're not around.
Do you understand that Tommy Karate was actually like, everyone knows he killed people? So it's like free Tommy Karate. I mean, I understand maybe you know
Terrence.
him, but I don't think that Tommy Karate right now is like in jail, like he's an innocent man in jail. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's like free Brittany Griner. Well, that's a little different. There's, free Matulu Shakur or shit like that. But, you know, Tommy Karate, free Tommy Karate. I mean, maybe, who they should have freed? Bobby Manor. They should have let him out. Because what was he like? He's like 93 years old, the guy. Could you imagine being in your 90s and being in jail? It's got to be unbelievable. I mean, that's cruel and unusual punishment, I would think.
Terrence, how are you? How's it going, Terrence? Welcome to the chat. We're glad to have you in here, Terrence. NB. What does he say? NB. Aw, thank you. You're like a brother to me too. I've been enjoying your streams. You're always smiling. You're always happy. Your nieces, your nephews, they are some beautiful kids, and they are lucky to have an uncle like you. And
Listen,
I'm glad
Terrence.
you got everything worked out in your chat with whoever was messing with your subscribers. That wasn't right.
Terrence, I got Terrence. Seriously, I got feelings too, Terrence. Okay, I want to be loved too. You know, I mean, you don't have to say that I'm beautiful, but I have feelings. When you say you love NB, it kind of like, I don't know. It's just like I feel like I'm chopped liver. I just never get, you know. I mean, I just feel unloved. But how are you, Terrence? I'm having a good
You
day.
see helicopters.
See, now they're already with the
Henry
Henry already. See,
Henry Hill sees
Mhm.
helicopters. Who's this? Too bad Brittany talks so much crap about American Karma. Well, is that true? Is that true that she wouldn't stand during the national anthem? Is
I'm
that
not
true?
sure if it
That's
was
what I was hearing.
her.
That like
Yeah, yeah.
that during the national anthem and stuff, she wouldn't cheer, she wouldn't stand up. But then when it comes down to like being in a jail over there, she wants to come back to this country. But then she didn't want to stand during the national anthem. I'm glad you're doing good, Terrence. Let me make sure that I have your link in chat. I guess Amber fell asleep. We were supposed to do something with Amber. We were going to come on and talk about catch up on Love After Lockup and stuff, and it seems like she must fell asleep and taken a nap. And I can't wake her up. I tried calling her. Where's Terrence? So I can drop his link.
We really miss Amber. She's
Miss
just
her.
really
She
she's just
she
really
passed out.
pleasant.
She
She's
passed
just
out
really
as she was
pleasant.
supposed to do a stream with us. I sent you the link and everything. But that's fine. I mean, we don't hate her. Shit happens.
Why wouldn't you stand for the national anthem? Well, Teresa, I think what was happening was
Everybody
with
check out Terrence's
it
channel.
was like like the peaceful protest type thing, and so I don't know exactly who it was, if it was all of them. I mean, I don't even think it was a black white issue in the sense of like it was just black people that were kneeling. You know what I mean? It was white people too, I think. I mean, look at what they did to Colin Kaepernick. I mean, he lost a lot, but because he didn't, he was kneeling. He screwed up his football career. I mean, I don't know enough to say like why they were kneeling. I don't know what I know it had to do with obviously opposing the government or whatever, but I don't know, to me, what was a little suspect to me is like some of the guys that are kneeling, with all due respect, and I don't want to say this the wrong way, like LeBron James just signed a 2-year, $100 million deal. It's easy for guys like that to kneel, but a regular person kneels, they might lose their job or whatever. You know what I mean? He's not losing his job. So
Terrence, thank you so much for the super chat. Love you, NB, forever and for always. And we love you too, Terrence. And you are
Terrence,
a friend. You're a friend of the channels. We always have your back, and you're always welcome in our chat. And
yeah,
everybody in chat is always going to be polite and kind to you. You're one of us. What does Parasite Slayer say? He says, there is no excuse for kneeling, can't respect the anthem and flag. If you can't respect the anthem and flag, get the F out. Exactly.
yeah,
You're in America, respect your country. That's it. So,
yeah. It's just I mean, it's
but
like
that's,
anything else.
I was listening to a podcast and they were saying how she disrespected the national anthem and stuff like that. And now that she's arrested in another country, and now she wants to get back here, and she wasn't very respectful. So that's kind of like karma, like that person in chat said. So,
Yeah, but the problem is this, though. Okay, there's other people that are there that have been there way longer than her, and we're not mentioning their names.
right.
You realize that Brittany Griner, and there's two people they're trying to get out, Griner and some other dude. The other dude's been in for like 3 years, which is fine that they get those two out. But there's other people that are there also that no one's even mentioning. Well, why aren't they home? Those, I could see if they didn't disobey America, or like, why aren't they home?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's crazy. I mean, could you imagine if your brother or mother or sister or father is over there locked up for some bullshit, just like Brittany Griner and the other dude? They don't even mention the guy's name. So, to me, they got to get all those people out.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing is this: for Brittany Griner and the other dude, I forget his name. I knew his. Okay,
David.
they want the exchanges. They want to get rid of. They want us to release this guy named Victor Bout, who was like an arms dealer. That when the Soviet Union broke up in the late '80s, they had all these freaking bombs and shit or whatever. He was selling them. So you're talking about people who had a cannabis cartridge and a alleged spy or whatever, and you're going to release someone that was, it's not really a fair give and take, I don't think.
Old school Mike, what's up? Long time no see. I feel like I haven't seen you for a minute. I gotta get on my phone so I could type in.
But there's other people over there too. Could you imagine if your brother was there and they're talking about Brittany Griner and this other guy? And my brother's been there 5 years. Nobody mentions their name. I would be going at the government. I'd be like, yo, what is your, seriously? Like, how do you pick just two people? So, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But this is what, I mean, I guess this is the world we live in. But she was bugging. I mean, the problem with Brittany Griner is, she played basketball over there, right? So it wasn't like
I just deleted that clip too that I had saved. I just deleted it. Remember, I had to delete a clip of her.
Yeah, exactly. Lord of War about Victor Bout. The thing is this: she had been playing professionally over there for quite some time. Like, it wasn't like this was her first week there. If you're gonna go to the Soviet Union, you better know what the fucking laws and shit are over there. more than, you need to be like a paralegal if you're going to play sports there or whatever, because they, for some cannabis cartridges or whatever, or hashish, they give you 9 years in jail for that. I mean, you should have really like, it's that type of mistake is probably a mistake you shouldn't make over there. Like, it's some countries, I mean, I don't know, like if you go to Saudi Arabia and you get caught drinking a beer, I think they cut your fucking hand off or some shit. Like, seriously, I don't even think you could drink beer in Saudi Arabia. The
I'm
rules
not
of
sure.
their lands are so much different. If you're going to go to a certain country, you should know the fucking laws over there. Excuse my language. You should know the in and out of the laws if you're going to be there. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they gave her 9 years for that. Well, that's a little harsh, but
9 years she got?
yep.
Wow. What's up, John Wolf? How are you? Stop spreading rumors. Stop putting up fake news, John Wolf.
Fourth offense. Simple.
He wasn't allowed. When B1 said when he was deployed in Iraq, where is that? When he was deployed in Iraq, he wasn't allowed to drink alcohol. Wow.
Yep.
Hey,
Oh,
Mr.
look.
Batters, how are you?
Oh,
9
wait a
years.
minute, Mr. Batters.
Mr. Batters.
What are you, Batters? What are you referring to when you say no shit, Sherlock?
What's up, Aegon? How was your stream last night? I didn't get to see it yet. Aegon's the one who had to.
Yeah,
Aegon, did you ever do a video last night? Maybe it wasn't Aegon. I thought Aegon was doing a video last night. Do I have the wrong channel? Maybe I did, because I don't see a stream by Aegon. Aegon, is that you? Because I know, maybe I'm confused. Maybe it wasn't Aegon. So I
Mr.
apologize.
Batters,
Or
can
maybe
I
it was
ask you, Mr. Batters, can I ask you a question? So you're Mr. Batters, right? But like 60 days ago, what was your name? Like, what name were you using 60 days ago? It wasn't Mr. Batters. Like, who were you before? I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know. Inquiring minds would love to know.
He's not going to tell you.
Of course he's not going to tell me, but he's going to sit there and talk shit.
Well, is he in chat talking shit right now?
He's making his wise comments.
Oh, the same name.
I really particularly don't.
It was on your other channel, Aegon. Okay, that's why I gave your other channel a wrench, Aegon.
I got to be honest with you, Mr. Batters. I don't particularly care for you too much.
I don't think he cares about you either. It was this ice and
he
fire
cares enough about me that he's always making comments.
Share. Let me do Aegon's other Aegon channel for lives. Yeah, our whole live got thrown off because we were gonna do something with Amber. So now we're just like
Stop blaming her.
No. I'm not blaming her. It is what it is. She fell asleep. That's fine. So we don't really have a topic, and I don't really care too much about talking about any of these like idiots in this genre.
Wait a while. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. There was things that I wanted to talk about today, okay? And it was things that I was told that I couldn't talk about. So that's why I'm a little, because like I really was just gonna
go off. He was
not so much go off, but just really like speak what's on my mind, because
I mean, getting stupid messages.
There is some hoe ass motherfucking shit going on right now on YouTube. I mean, it's like beyond. It really is. I mean, it's really just it's bothersome.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just really, really
bothersome.
bothersome.
And when all of this starts before
And it's like like
5:38 a.m. in
like
the morning.
wait a minute, guys. Like I have information on someone. Like I have some information about this person, okay, which is like really gonna like expose this person, or it's just gonna give people a clear picture on what this person is really about, and like what
Mhm.
this person is doing, and what this person is saying. But I can't tell you right now. The
It has
time is
nothing
not
to do with
right.
it has nothing to
The
do with
time is
that.
not right.
No, there's a certain person
The time
that
is not
seems
right.
you don't get it though. You don't get it. Okay? You don't get it. It's like, why do certain people have to like run around and start problems behind the scenes and be sneaky about it? Right? Just come out and say it. Like they want to lie and everything else, but whatever. So let them do it, But like, yeah, I mean, people starting at 5:38 in the morning with some bullshit. That's like,
And it's
come
just
on, give it a
it's like
break. Give it a break. Um, Also, I don't know. I'm tired today, old school Mike, and like I don't want to smile because I don't
yeah,
think
because
I'm in
it
a.
just and the reason why I feel like it should be addressed is because
No, and
you
I
know
don't think it
like
should be
I come
addressed for
on
what
here
reason. I told you that. I told
like
you
I
2 streams ago. Stop mentioning the fucking name. Excuse my language, but you mention it. Like, just let this person die off.
but but no, see, because what happens is this,
Listen, people are
like I come on
characters.
the show and people are like, man, he's fucking pissed. What's up with him, man? He must not be getting his fucking pills there. And it's like, well, guys, I'm pissed, but guess what? My hands are tied. I can't really tell you what's really happening right now. And
But
it's
why do
not
you have to get involved though?
and the
Why?
thing is,
Why?
it's
Why do we
not
need to make
but
it
it's
sound
not
about
like
going at that
it's
idiot?
not like
A big
it's YouTube
listen.
related stuff. It's not
Yeah,
like
but
it's
some
stuff
people.
about like me
Okay,
and my friend. It's like related to what we do.
okay, but there's some people. Okay, now some people look at it this way. All right, now I had looks like she has. What is he saying? Looks like she is that baby girl Wendy. Hey, how are you, girl? I haven't seen you in here for a while. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. The thing is, like certain people on here now think of YouTube differently, right? Like, there's certain people I'm myself. I don't brag about NB was a certain person, but I never spoke. I never bragged about myself. But there's certain people that like maybe they want to make themselves into a character, like they're a millionaire with like lots of Lamborghinis and related to gangsters and stuff like that. That's their character online. It is what it is. But whatever. At this moment,
I'm not
Joe,
talking about that.
at this moment
See,
though, I
that's
don't
the
give a fuck about
that's
talking about them
the
today.
difference. That's the difference when people say like, "Oh, everybody hates Carlos." Okay, everybody hates
Carlos,
Carlos, but
yeah.
Joe doesn't hate Carlos. Well, I'll tell you why I don't hate
Why
Carlos,
don't you
because
hate him?
Carlos has never done me out of line. Okay, Carlos has been straight up with me.
No, he hasn't.
The whole
No,
thing
he
is,
hasn't
so
because
that's
a lot
why
of the
I
stuff
think
that was talked to with Carlos he's run and told those other people. Carlos is not keeping his mouth shut. He's not loyal to your friendship. He tells things about your
no,
friendship.
but how do I know that?
I'm telling you that because of things that have been said, and I told you
But
that.
I'm
But that's
telling you
fine. You could
this.
be cool with Carlos, though. I
But
don't
I'm
give a fuck.
no, but I'm telling
He's
you
so
this.
minute in
No,
this whole thing. It's like,
what I'm telling you is that if you have a relationship with someone and the rumor is, Carlos, you said XYZ to this dude. Carlos, did you do it? No, Joey, I didn't do it.
he's a liar, though. He's lies.
As
He's
a
not. He's
friend,
not honest.
okay, I will believe that person until proven otherwise.
All right.
I can't. Carlos, did you do it? No. Yes, you did. But Joey, no. Yes, you did. I mean, you can't go off. Like it's how people
He has
treat
been
each other.
loyal to
What I want to
nobody,
talk about on
Carlos.
YouTube, what I
He's
want to
not
talk about
loyal
on
to you.
YouTube
I
is what
guarantee
people,
he'll throw you
how
under the
people,
bus like
how
he threw
people.
all his other friends under the bus. He's not loyal to people.
I'm not.
Look how much
I'm
he's
not.
flip flopped
I
on all
want to
his
talk
friends.
about what people are doing to me and you.
All
That's
right,
it.
can we change the topic because like now you're going left?
No, I'm not going left because
Okay,
you
so you're
think it's
going
this
right.
big thing. Like if I talk about people, that it has to do with someone else. Like I'm not going to come on here and talk shit about now. For example, what I wanted to talk about is things that were pertaining to me and you. Now, if other people had similar
100
situations done to them, well, that's going to be
100%,
up to
Mary.
them to address that. I just want to address what is happening to me.
Well, I don't give a fuck about that situation
I do give
at
a
the moment.
fuck because when I get a message at 5:30 in the fucking morning,
Some stupid message, some stupid, ridiculous message. And I seen it too. And yes, it was Joe responding to the message, making it like I'm pretending to be Joe to respond to the message. But anyway,
and me,
so
the thing is, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I thought we were friends. This, and it was like, I thought we were friends, man. Like, no, man, this and that. Like, I'm like, but bro, it's me. I'm not. It's like I'm talking to this person, and I'm telling him, like, yo, what are you talking about, man? I'm not trying to like hurt you, or I wasn't talking shit about you like that. And then you come to find out, well, wait a minute now. Back up a minute. Who am I talking to? That's what it comes down to. Because do you really think that someone is going to send me a motherfucking message and I'm going to be like, bro, I want no part of this? Bro, no, I'm trying to be like, hey, man, we're boys. I don't know who's feeding you this info. And then when I start putting pieces together, it all clicked in
pretty
my head.
Monita, that's
Like the
fine.
puzzle was solved. It was like one, oh yeah. And everything like flashed in my mind, like situations. When this was said, this was said, that was it. And it all just came together. And I'm like, now, okay, I can't address that. Okay. So I'm going to sit here and act the way I'm going to act because what I say about someone is going to affect everyone. When in reality, this is every motherfucking man for himself.
Stop saying
It
curses.
ain't no, there ain't no team. There ain't no, stand together, stand tall, strength in numbers. No, that is not this. This is like born alone, die alone type shit.
I'm pretty Monita. The only time I brought you
So
up
when I
with
want,
him,
so when I
with
want to address
Carlos, the only
something,
time I brought you up with Carlos, and I wasn't bringing you up in particular, it was just showing like he was calling people hypocrites. I guess for like talking to Tony Pizza or going in his chat. But then for some of the stuff that Tony Pizza's done, whatever. But then like lately he's been buddy and having Bofa on, and I said the other day, and the only reason why your name was brought up, it's like you're calling people hypocrites for like talking to Tony Pizza, but then you have Bofa on after the racist things that he said to Pretty Monita. And I hope I didn't drag you into anything. I was just bringing it up as an example, babe. And Pretty Monita, we support you always,
oh, we love.
and we love, going friends. We don't. We're not telling anybody who to be friends with. Pretty Monita, we love you. We support you. Um, your name was just brought up as an example, and that's all. Not in a negative type of way.
Yeah,
But
Lauren,
what?
that guy right there.
Who?
I put the
Going
comments
off
on.
rant right now. Ease up, Joey Bays. Why is this jerk going off on a rant right now? So he's calling me a jerk. Yes, he did. Definitely. Yes, and even if those weren't his friends, at that point he was in We Push Back, and he made peace with somebody and kissed their butt when that creator was dragging and slandering, we push back something that he was part of. Hey, Angel, how are you? So even if he didn't consider those people friends that he was bashing. We pushed back, and Carlos went over and made peace with them. But that's why he didn't want to get picked on. But that's fine. There's certain people that still like him, and that's fine. And that's why I mean, it doesn't want to, like, I think baby girl Wendy is enjoys Carlos and that's why I don't want to bring him up too much, because I don't want people in our chat to feel uncomfortable, you know.
But
So
I
it's
don't know
that.
why you. The thing is this, that you
I don't
to
know
have
why you
a
what
beef with him over things that you think he said.
he did say them. He did. I know he did. It doesn't matter. I know he did. I've seen his actions. That's it. I've seen his actions. That's it.
Okay.
X, Y, and Z. I feel the way I do. Um, what did he try to do? Get you in a back room meeting with that guy when you were supposed to be our friends? Why would you go back and talk to those guys? He was talking to those guys for a while, and he tried to drag you into that.
Who
And
did?
Carlos,
Try to drag me into what?
a backroom meeting with those people.
Okay. And what happened?
You didn't go in because you don't want it. You have integrity. You have morals. Why would you talk to people
No, it
like
has
that?
nothing to do with that.
It
It
has
has
nothing.
because because the mistake I made was, okay,
Being friends with him.
no, is that I don't like
I didn't even want to talk beef,
someone.
and like
I
here you go.
don't like someone, but if, for whatever reason, but if that someone goes on someone else's show, I'm not going to look at that person and say, you know what, you're a hypocrite, you're this, you're that. I'm just, you know what, do you and I'll do me. Okay,
Hmm.
meaning like, I'm done with that
But he's
because
running his mouth calling
you're
us
never going to
hypocrites
be
when he's doing the same shit.
because I know what I'll stay true to,
Yeah.
but the way I handle my business is a lot different than most people on YouTube handle their business. But just because I handle my business different than them and theirs is different than me doesn't mean that I'm right and they're wrong or vice versa. This is just how I go about the situation. So Tony Pizza, I don't want to do a show with him. I'm
You
not
don't
mad at
have
him.
to.
I don't not going to attack him. But if you wanted to do a show with him, that would be a problem. But if someone else wants to do a show with him that's not in the circle,
And then
meaning like
Mobland, you
meaning
argued
like
with him, and all of a sudden it's
then
like,
I can't
all
look.
of a
That's
sudden it's,
them. It's on them. And I'm not gonna sit there, but that's just my belief. And I have my reasons. And but I'm not gonna
hey,
be mad at
Uncle Zio, how
people.
are you?
I'm not gonna be mad at people for doing a show with Tony Pizza because if you got on
You get,
here and said this guy is if you said all these nasty things about someone and they said nasty things about you and they did all this shit to you and you did all this shit to them, if you decide thereafter to forgive them and do a show with them or whatever, that's cool because it's your right to have forgiveness. And it's not, I can't say, well, you shouldn't have did that. That everybody handles their situation different. So I would want the same respect when the shoe was reversed. Like, remember, I was going to patch it up with FBI real early on. People were telling me like, "Yo, if you do that, it's you're done. You'll have no friends. You can't do that. He's a horrible guy. He's all these things." People told me that, and what did I
you
do?
were gonna
I
patch
listened.
it up with him. I
And
don't
what did
remember
they
that.
do? They became friends with him. So it was just like, so. And I'm not talking, And now it's going to be they're going to be doing shows now. Who was Bay Eighth talking about? Is Bay Eighth talking about me? Bay Eighth is talking about no one. So if you didn't hear me
We're talking
say,
about in general. I'm
then
talking
I'm
about
not talking about you.
Carlos.
So I don't want people to think like, oh, because that's another great thing about YouTube is it's like, oh, he didn't say my name, but I'm
Why do you have
pretty
an
sure he was
avatar?
talking about what?
Why do you have an avatar? Like Mobland, they were like, "Oh, Mobland's going at him because others are in his ear telling him what to do." Mobland, who's in your ear telling you what to do? That's what I was confused about. Who's telling Mobland what to do? Like Mobland's a follower and people are telling him to go. I thought Mobland and him started arguing because Mobland put somebody in timeout and Carlos didn't like that because it just seems that that's his chat and he runs it and he could tell other people who they could put in timeout and who they can't put in timeout. I don't get that. But anyway, that's
What's up,
that's
Uncle?
that's it. I said I didn't want to talk about these idiots because then that's what this channel turns into. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if I get 800 less views because I'm not talking about these morons
But it's
in
not.
this
We're
channel.
not. But here's the thing. I'm not. We're not mentioning names, so it's just
I
talking.
mentioned Carlos's name.
You mentioned it, and I'm saying that I'm
And
cool with Carlos.
I don't want people in chat to feel uncomfortable. Like Pretty Monita said she was cool. I know that baby girl Wendy at one point. I don't know if she still is because I haven't really watched their chat. She was cool with them, so I don't want them to feel uncomfortable coming in here because we're talking about people that they don't have a problem with either. So like it kind of puts people in an uncomfortable situation, you know. So
Well, I exactly. So if I was gonna sit here and just disrespect someone, and that person, someone in the chat likes them, I could
and
expect
Claudio
that
Perry
person to
too, you
like
know,
them.
Claudio
We don't
Perry
want to
too.
do that. We don't want to do that.
Right. We don't want to make you guys feel uncomfortable. Look what happened after the Mobland weird man, like a switch like lefty. I'm thinking tabs held.
Thank you, Danny.
I don't get that. Danny Stories, what's up? Hey friend.
Because a lot of these beefs,
It's
you
stupid.
can.
That's why I don't want to talk about them.
But the problem
And then
is,
we
you
get in the middle of them and then next week X, Y, and Z and this person, the two people that were fighting, they become friends and then we stuck up for one of them and we're put in the middle.
thank you,
So
Claudia. It's not
that's
even
that.
that. It's like I don't even know why. I don't even know why I'm beefing with these people.
Who are you beefing with?
No, I'm just saying like certain. We're not going to mention names, but like there are certain names, you know.
Yeah, well, some people just because they're so fake, they're behind the scenes, just want to run their mouth. And I think it's pretty pathetic when it's a woman that they're running their mouth about, you know, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
I guess
Like
when you look
these
at it, I
channels,
mean,
show after angel, like come on guys. It's like an obsession at this point. Get over it. It's like you're stalking her. And you're really that desperate for views that you have to use Gotti in your title for a view. Um, I thought you said you ate 800 lesbians. No, what did she say? Here with you and all the gang, but I really don't want to hear about the beat. I understand, right? That's why, like, that's exactly why I said, like, it didn't want to be brought up too much because I don't want people to feel uncomfortable hearing about it. But I did, let's see, is it
but
saved up there?
this is a little different.
No.
This is a no. This is a little different because this is something that probably happens more than we would like to talk about, and we just
That's
sweep
why
it
don't
under the
talk to
rug.
people. Oh,
That's why
Amber
we sweep
just
it
messaged me.
under the rug.
FUCK. Amber messaged me. She's up.
So tell her to come on. Um, so yeah. So basically,
I can't believe you said that before.
said what?
I don't know.
What did I say before?
like something that you brought up that you got to learn how to keep things private. What's up, my brats? Too? How are you? Follow your channel. Follow my brats one on
But
Instagram
Lauren,
and YouTube. Thank you,
Lauren,
Carlos. Well,
I don't
yes, he
give
will,
a
but that's
fuck
fine if that's
what
it.
I
The
say on
direction you.
YouTube. I really
What?
don't give a fuck. I really
But
don't give a fuck what I say on YouTube.
we're partners, so
But
it's
I
this
really,
channel.
if you,
But
okay,
then
so you're partners with me. That is not an easy thing.
you're not easy. It's not easy for me to be your
It's not an
partner.
easy thing. Because I really want, like, I really, really, really want to take it to, like, where it needs to go. I really want to do that.
Look at Mike
Like,
John.
really, really. See, but I would love for this man, and I'm just, please, pretty please, pretty please,
So
okay?
get rid of him.
Like, no. Like,
No, you called Joe a pillhead.
like, pretty please, okay? I would love for you to just come
Here's
on
him.
here in the back room, okay? Listen, Mr. Batters, just come in the back room and just show me your face for 1 second. And I promise you, you're not going to go on a screen. I just want to see your face.
Hey, Amber.
Just come right in. Just come right in, and no one will see your face but me.
Hey,
Amber, I knew you'd oversleep. That's
I
all right, though.
know. I'm so
Well,
bad.
we had a little bit of time to catch up and address some of the things, I guess, that we wanted to address. So, guys, next topic, Joe.
All right. So, Batters, I got to be honest with you. All right. You got to go.
Yeah, just get rid of him. Let's get into did any love after lockup from today's Tuesday?
Yay. Love after lockup.
So
Oh, and one other
how
thing,
was your
though.
nap?
One other thing. Okay. If someone comes in the chat and says Batters is cool, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, fuck you to Mr. Batters and his mommy and his daddy and his brother and his sister and his daughter, and fuck you too.
And his
Okay?
dog and his broke ass
And his cat and everything else.
and his hamster.
But I
So-
come in peace. Thank you, Batters. Now, the motherfucker that was emailing me at 5:30 in the morning, please, I know you're listening.
Who emailing who?
Please hit me up one more time. Just one time.
Emailed you at 3:30 in the morning.
A fucking cocksucker at 5:30 in the fucking morning.
Oh, that one.
A fucking scumbag piece of shit content creator. Oh my god.
Waking Joe up
It would
at 5:30 in the morning. But anyway,
I swear to fucking God, I never had a fight in my life. But if I seen him, right now, I'd fucking hospitalize him right fucking now.
All right, stop cursing. Let's go to love after lockup. So which couple are we going to start with?
Mr. fucking Stacks.
Stacks?
Motherfucker. No, not that Stacks.
Stop.
No, not Bill Stacks. Scumbag Stacks.
Okay, so hit that like button, everybody. So MRE was on fire last night, Oliver's son. All right, so what couple are we going to start with?
Let's start with Dante.
Dante and Liz.
The man with a plan.
Lindsay.
Yeah. So I heard on another vlogger that Dante is not as stupid as they portray him to be.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like,
a fucking genius, Parasite Slayer. Oh my god. Thank you. Change my note. You're a fucking genius.
Stop. Just calm down and just calm down and just talk about this now.
The problem was at 5:30. No, I didn't say he woke me up. I normally get to bed around then. pounds, you know, hitting the 5 boroughs, and you know, we could talk.
So, would you say Dante isn't as stupid as he plays?
Foreign. Don't do that.
Dante isn't as hey, Paul Clinton, how are you? So Dante isn't as stupid as he's makes it out that he is.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's like, apparently, like, even according to like one of my other vlogger friends, like she had an interview with Chaz and Chaz Brandlin, and it's not really as much so scripted as they say, rather than, they see like the little, like Chaz, the rocker, the nerdy little rocker guy, they wanted him to, portray himself as a nerd pretty much. So they told him they wanted him in glasses a lot of the time.
Oh,
so
that's funny that you said that, because looking at the people that are in his band, he just didn't fit in.
No, exactly.
They all got long hair and like the fucking Method Man eyes and shit like that, and it's like, oh, and he looked like exactly. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was thinking the same thing too. They did have him like the nerd.
Yeah. So that was one of the. It wasn't like so much that it's like a scripted part of it for him. They just had said, they had just told him like, keep your glasses on. We like the nerdy look for him and Brandwin. But they asked about, Dante, and he said, listen, that guy is smart as can be. He's not as stupid as he comes off on the show. It is part of, they direct you in the way that they want you to go, but not so much as so far as like, writing it, scripting it out.
But when you say smart, I mean, are you saying like Dante, for example, he could be book smart and have a 1600 SAT, but he doesn't know how to handle women. Are you saying like he's smart with women, like he knows the game that they're playing, or is it just because he probably is intelligent? You can see he looks like he has a little bit of education.
I mean, I think he's kind of got to be intelligent because, I mean, he does, he's had jobs the entire time he's, started the show. Right. I just think he's easily persuaded by whatever he can get from a woman. Because, I mean, let's face it, he's not the best looking guy on the show.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know what? That's funny, because I was telling Lauren that I'm like, I can't really. All right, so JFK Jr., right? You know who he is?
Yes.
Like, I used to look at him and be like, all right, that's a good looking dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you could say he's good looking.
Yeah.
But like most men, I could say, like, I could tell you if they're ugly. But like Dante, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's good looking. Maybe he gets a lot of girls. Like the dude Kevin. Like, I think Kevin's ugly, but he gets a ton of girls. So maybe I'm wrong.
Because I think the difference between Dante and Kevin is Kevin probably has that swag. I think Kevin has that, confidence level to where women, he's probably, I look at him and I see like Scorpio written all over him, because he looks like that type of confident.
What is the Scorpio?
It's just a thing. I can smell him from my mile away. So,
but what is it? Like, what is a Scorpio? Like, what
a sign, he's like probably late November, late November birthday. He's just got, I don't know, but I can sense a Scorpio from a mile away. Okay. So to me, it wouldn't.
My birthday's November 9th. Could you tell me that from a mile away?
Well, I haven't really saw you that much. I mean, I've just seen you just like on TV, like on this.
Is he a bad guy? Like, what is
No, they're not. No, they're not bad guys. But like, I could tell, like, just looking at Kevin, like, he's probably a really, like, he's just a ladies' man. He's probably a freak.
Okay. It's wrong. I'm not that. I'm the other type of Scorpio. There's got to be two types.
Wait,
well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Black hair with Kevin's.
Yeah, that's Tiffany and Kayla.
Yeah,
but yeah, so
Man, I seen her without makeup. She looks way. It's like with and without makeup is two different Kaylas. I'm sorry, because when I seen it, like when he when she was on the last episode, she looked pretty good. Like she was made up nice. But then earlier I seen like a picture of her. I didn't think she
Oh
was
yeah.
that good looking.
All that, a lot of that is like all that contour stuff. Like if women knew like how to contour and stuff, they can make their face
Right.
look totally different shape.
Oh, 100%.
But I don't like all that contour and crap. But anyway, but yeah, she looked nice this episode, and I mean, I peeped her little belly button ring and all that. I was like, okay, she's cute. She's but she's got an attitude.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, she does.
but I mean, he was just stupid. Like, you just gave this other girl your key. She found some panties in your house. She left your key and the panties on the bedroom, and then you invite this other heifer in and offer her some wine. What if Tiffany had just popped up?
Were they at his house or he went to her house?
His house.
No, he was pulling up to his house.
Right.
And Kayla was outside his house like a psychopath. Like, I'd be like, look, you cannot be dropping by like this. That's insane.
She'll get put back in jail, Tiffany. I'm sure if they throw hands or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But while we're on that, I want to ask you two ladies a question. So we don't know much about Kevin, but what we do know about Kevin, if you were Tiffany and found the panties, how would you react, Amber?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think based on, I mean, to me, it's, you just got out of jail. Of course, he hasn't been single this entire time.
Right. And besides that, she searched the whole place.
And I just think I think it was too scripted.
Yeah.
Right. What about you, Lauren? How would you react? Would you be like Tiffany, or you might let it slide?
No, well, I would, as far as throwing a key and leaving a note and stuff like that, I would say, what is this? I'd ask him about it, you know, because she searched all over the place. And then finally she found 2 pairs of underwear. And it took her a minute to find them, It could be anything. I mean, you don't know.
My mom always said, if you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. And so when you go through a man's entire house while he's gone from work or for work, you're going to find some stuff from his past.
100%. Love letters, guys' keys, cards that girls gave for anniversaries. There's going to be things that you're going to find. Now, I also think, like, if I left a guy here in my house, like, for instance, a guy that I'm hanging out with, they might have a key to come in and they get here before I come home from work and they're here for a half hour. Like, if they start going through my drawers and my personal stuff, I think that's kind of like an invasion of privacy a little bit,
It would be. Yeah.
I guess it's different if they think maybe like there might be something going on, but there's stuff in my house from ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, something like that. You know what I mean? That there's always that something, a picture when that you're going to hold on to. That doesn't necessarily mean that you still love this guy. Well, some of them you'll always love, but not be in love with.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you're in love with them or something like that, but you hold on to memories and stuff like that. So there were 2 pairs of underwear hidden in the bottom of a drawer. It was no love note. It was no,
used any kind of contraception. I mean,
right. It wasn't like a used condom or something.
Yeah.
Obviously, he gave her the key. That means something.
Right. Exactly. Right. And that's what I was going to say. As a female, if you're in a relationship with a guy and he hands you a key to his place,
right,
that's almost as good as a wedding ring. Right. In most cases, because he's giving you access to come over at any point in time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trusting you with my house, and
it's like an open door invitation.
Right.
An open door invitation, and
like, I'm not trying to hide anything from you, so here's you a key.
It's like a guy who leaves a cell phone around this girl while he goes to the bathroom where he does something,
Right.
And
Yeah.
there might be
To
text
leave a cell
messages.
phone with someone, they if you had something to hide, that shit would be like sewn to your fucking hip.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
be, I'd be in the shower with it.
Oh, I'm telling you. Look, how I caught my son's dad cheating. He was so stupid. He put his whole phone underneath the bed, had it plugged up under it, like all the way to the middle of the bed, underneath the bed on the carpet. I said, "Oh no, we're going through this, bitch."
Yeah, because he's hiding something.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
They're hiding something, but
Yeah.
when you're leaving the stuff around, like he gave her the key, and that means that he's got nothing to hide.
Right. So she should have just been happy and sitting there watching TV, probably looking at what she could cook him for dinner. But no, she was trying to look for something to fight about.
Right. She definitely was.
Yeah.
Was.
Then there was
And I don't
another
think he's
thing.
good looking. I don't think that guy's good looking at
He's
all.
not. It just.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it just like when Joe asked the difference between Dante and him. It's just I can see him at a club able to pull more females because of his swag, the way he dresses, the way he might conversate with women versus Dante being a little dorky, stumbling over his words, not confident, cheesing from ear to ear.
That Audi is worth a lot. That car is expensive. That's not a cheap car, that Audi that he has.
Oh, heck no.
That's close to 100 G's, I think, for that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's rocking the gold, but like his skin complexion, that kind of like.
Oh, his skin complexion. Like, yeah, he needs to go see a dermatologist. But yeah, I don't know, but I could definitely see between him and Dante, him getting more females than Dante.
Yeah.
You know,
Dante's just
crazy?
too damn skinny.
How he showed up to the wedding. That was staged. Because remember they were getting married, the girl last season, and he came in like that stupid tux or whatever.
Oh God, that was.
They had to put him up to that because
of course, that was a total setup. Total setup.
What's up, sweetie Kim? How are you?
But I didn't even buy her story either. Like she was extra. I didn't even like her. Whatever.
Yo, but he hit her off. That was another thing. Like the shit was laid out on the bed. There was like, I don't know, like $1,000 cash, Jordans, a phone, clothes.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you had all that waiting for her? I mean, come on, seriously?
Yeah, and he gave her money at the gate, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. She came out as soon as she came out. Why would she go home with him at that point? She has the money. Why would she go back to this house? She had to do nothing at all to get that money. All she had to do was come out. And at that point, she's like, okay, I want to go home. I don't want to be touched. But were Brittany and Marcelino on there?
No.
No, but they showed stuff coming up for next week, and she looks devastated.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe she's gonna dive deeper into his phone because he's still texting somebody, and it's not Amanda because Amanda came clean.
Yeah.
So who else is he texting? But again. They've been on the show too much.
Well, let me just say one thing, right?
So she got. Go ahead.
So, I lived in Las Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Las Vegas is really like no other place in America. Like, and I'm being serious when it comes to like women, men, like men and women, because like on Staten Island. You could meet women or, but there, it's like people are there, like just to hook up with guys and vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's real easy to get involved with something. You know what I mean? It's a whole different atmosphere there. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and like, like him creeping, like when you see him pulling up like at 3 a.m. Well, in Vegas, that's like,
that's normal hours.
It's normal. Exactly. Like the hours and everything, like clubs. I used to go to clubs. We go to the club at 1 a.m. Most clubs, so it was a whole different, it's a whole different setup out there. And, and he gambles. When you gamble and you're at a casino, like the women are there. I mean, it's just
it's like, open 24/7. Yeah.
And it's hard to really keep focus on, like it's just, there's women everywhere and guys everywhere. So that it's really hard in Vegas. That's why, honestly, I had to leave because I really couldn't get focused on like work because it's like a 24-hour town and there's just too much temptation. I mean, the minute I came back to Staten Island, I got my life together, and the rest is history. But that plays into relationships. As crazy as it sounds, like it's different there, and he's all those girls and strippers and shit. They're all there. Like that's where the crazy horse and cheetahs. They're all like So who? I don't know who he's texting or whatever, but it's just way too much temptation there. You know what I mean? It's real easy to get caught up out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, sorry about that. Just figured I
you're good. But yeah, they didn't really show anything about Brittany and Marcelino this time, but I think next week this coming week will be probably good. But I don't know. Branwen, Chaz, they went to that little strip club.
Yeah, she got him a whole lap dance, right?
Yeah.
And he was all excited
that girl was not hot, by the way.
No, she wasn't. And he looked awkward sitting there getting the lap dance. But he was hoping that his wife would go spend the night with him after that. And I think she did that so that she didn't have to go home.
Yeah. Yeah, just enough to get him.
Yeah, but it's going to do the opposite. It's going to get him in the mood. So I got that part. What's with that camo shirt, that camo sweatshirt she's wearing every week?
I don't know. Is it a shirt or is it a jacket?
It's a jacket? I don't know. It's like some kind of sweatshirt.
So they're married, right?
Yes.
Chaz and Branwen. See,
did they get married while they were in jail? Did they get married while she was in jail or after?
No, like right as soon as she got out.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's the one thing I didn't like. What I didn't like was when he first met them, right? And the girls, like when he came and they were at the cabin or whatever, and the girl started crying because of, like, oh, you're taking him away, taking her away.
Yeah.
You remember the one girl was like choked up crying? I think she's Puerto Rican, the girl or whatever. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, that's really fucked up because they're married. Like, even though it was a one day out of jail, but they're still married. How do you feel? How do you think it's okay to go to, they're married and say, I don't think she should go with you. You know what I mean? You're married. That's his wife technically.
That's her choice.
To say, no, she'd be better off here. And like for him to sit there and say like, well, okay. I mean, I'd be like, look, we're married. You're either coming with me or we're not married. What are you going to have a long distance marriage?
Yeah, no. No.
Not.
So
and he already said if she don't move, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we already know it's over because we saw his Facebook.
Right. Yeah. But that to me rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, yo, you actually like, you're telling it like they're married. How could she stay and he's going to go to Kentucky and she's going to stay? Like, I never heard of a long distance marriage. You know what I mean?
Me neither.
He should have been upset. He should have been like, yo, we're married. We talked about this. I mean, that's like getting involved. Like,
I think he said during the show, if she doesn't move, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah, he did. He was telling her other friend, oh, Lord. And on top of that, no wonder that girl wasn't hot because they...
If let's say you married, you were the person that was on the outside and your guy was getting out of jail and you married him the first day, would it be a deal breaker if he didn't go live with you? I mean,
yes, absolutely.
Right, so it's almost
if I'm going to have, okay, like let's say it might, like if they're on parole and it might take a couple months for them to get off parole or something. Like that's, there's excuses for it. But the ultimate goal is, I want my husband with me, in bed with me every night, living with me. That's it. That's where I want my man. And that's that. What about the twins?
That's a tough situation.
The twins. That guy is aggravating me.
Oh God, I fast forward them. I can't stand him. Yes.
Oh man, you know what he's so the when he met her father, did you see the part when
Yeah.
he met the father? Like, I'm a sex slave, and like,
That's what I
Yes,
told Elle today.
I'm
I
like,
said,
yo,
yes.
it was so cringe.
Was
Like,
he in a bunny suit? Wait, was he in a bunny suit when he said that too?
yes,
yeah, I would
Oh
have.
God.
If I was the father, I would have cracked him in the. I would have been like, what?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
fucking crazy, man. To me, it's just like the thing that I don't understand is like the families, how they're like. It just seems like even the one, what's his name, the black guy and the black girl, when he asked for permission, and they were like, no.
yeah.
To
That
me,
the Houston
that has
couple.
to be set up, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like if you're gonna marry someone, and the right thing to do is go to their parents, you know what I mean? But you got to kind of have an idea that they're probably gonna say yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to go and kind of like get turned down. Basic. I mean that to me was
yeah.
crazy. The father was
It
like,
was.
no. It's like, no. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's a show, I guess. But to me,
Mhm.
I would never ask someone unless I was 99.9% sure
Yeah.
that they're gonna agree to it.
But I even said that last show too, with the way he was getting all dressed up, and
Yeah.
he was like, "I'm going to work," and she's like, "Work." Like, like, come up with something better. Like, that script was so lame. It's not even funny, And then he ends up over at her parents' house. Like, I don't know. It just, and a lot of his stuff, like, especially like that season where I think it was last season that I watched that I know Ray, and I forgot her name. Ray, and what's her name?
Uh,
But anyway, but just, they get home from the club or whatever that was. And she was like, "You know what time it is? I'm ovulating." Like,
yeah.
woman, like, he doesn't want to marry you yet. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
You
Trust that
know,
baby.
it's not like you're
Yeah.
38, 39 years old and your biological clock is ticking. Y'all still got plenty of time.
100%. 100%. But the whole thing with the
Brittany. Brittany's
with
her name.
Yeah, Brittany, Ray and Brittany. Yeah.
with Chance bringing home that truck with the new rims and everything else. He's like, it's not a big
Oh
deal.
yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah, and
man.
talking
That
about wanting a
guy's
bigger house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
man. He's a fucking car salesman to me, man. I'm
He
telling
is.
you.
He literally is the definition of a con artist, like, for real, because I don't see him sticking around for the long haul at all. I just don't see that.
Thank you, Claudio. You see that, Lauren?
Yep.
If you see her in Angel's chat, mention something to her, Lauren, for me.
Okay.
I mean,
And
I might see her. I go in, but yeah, see what's up.
definitely.
But the thing is, one other thing, like, so he has to pay $150,000 restitution.
Hmm.
How did they expect him to pay that money back?
I don't know.
And is
Payment
it like
plan?
interest? I mean,
thanks, Minnie the
you'd
Moocher.
be paying that for the rest of your life.
I wouldn't think it would be interest because, yeah, I mean, I think it's just a set fee. But if he misses, then he's automatically going to violate.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just something that's as a female or anybody that's going to accept a inmate that committed crimes like that. I mean, you got to be willing to accept the good and the bad, and that
So
just happens to be his
if they
bad.
got married and divorced, she would be on the hook for that money.
No,
I don't know.
uh-uh. No, because Texas, they live in Texas. I mean, they're literally like right there from the same city I just moved from.
Really?
So everything's community property. So that is a debt he incurred before the marriage. So that's still his debt.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I was doing like I'm thinking to myself, it's like it's just amazing how much money, like to pay back $150,000, man.
Yeah.
Especially just coming out of the can. I mean, you're trying to get your life back in order, so you got to get an apartment, a place to live, a
Mm-hmm.
car. I mean, how much could you realistically afford?
Yeah,
$100 a week? You'd be paying that
maybe,
for 30 years. I mean, but I don't know.
maybe.
It's just, I would love to know what
But it's set
what
up.
he
The
did to
whole
get
system is set up for failure, though.
right.
That's
Exactly. Right.
they want him to reoffend. They want him to skip a payment so that he can go
Yeah.
back into the system.
Yeah. And I
And
guess that
then you know what I learned? I did an inmate, or I did an interview on my old channel. Elle probably remembers this. You remember the real inmate that I interviewed, and he told us about they actually have stocks in prison that
Oh yeah,
governors, huh?
yeah. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah. And
they have
so, like,
what?
they have stocks and markets in prison systems so that these like rich elite governors, senators, all these people invest in prison because it's
Oh
a
yeah.
never
Oh yeah.
ending business.
You
Never
Mm-hmm.
want to
ending.
hear this? People don't realize this. You
Yeah.
know Bob Barker, The Price is Right?
Yeah.
He owns a company that supplies the jails with the shoes, with all
Mm-hmm.
the supplies. Did you know that?
Nope. But I
Look
believe
it
it.
up. Look it up. Bob Barker owns a company that supplies the jails with like the sneakers, the sandals, the
Yep.
towels, the sheets, the mattresses, all this stuff. It's big business. That's
Yeah.
why they're privately owned now. It's like it's
Yep.
becoming like, because when you think about it, I mean, the money that it costs to house these inmates, I mean, it's
Yep.
just we have a
Mm-hmm.
situation in New York that's going on right now where New York City consists of 5 boroughs, right?
Right.
So when you get in trouble here, you basically go to, let's say, Rikers Island, right? Which is like, you're there for pre-trial or whatever. So if
Right.
you're in Staten Island, you're going to Rikers. If you're Queens, Rikers. What they want to do now is they want to close Rikers and put prisons on the 5 boroughs. Like Staten Island will have its own jail, Queens. That way, because every time you're on Rikers and you're on Staten Island or one of the farther boroughs and you got to go to court, they got to bus you. You know what
Yep.
I mean, to that area. So there's this big thing where they want to close Rikers Island because there's crazy shit going on there, and they want to put these prisons on each, you know, of the 5 boroughs, and people are going crazy because who wants a jail next to where you live, basically, Rikers
Yeah.
Island bars, it's kind of like its own place. So that's something that's going on right now. But I'm wondering if the privatization aspect of it, people are looking at it like, yo, we built this jail, it's money, it's going to generate money for people.
Oh
So you
yeah.
never know what's going on in the background with all this stuff, who's profiting, and it's very interesting. I didn't really, like you just mentioned it, like, yeah, it's big business, these jails.
Mm.
People, I guess there's a lot of people going to jail too, so doesn't seem like it'll be going out of business anytime soon.
No, and they won't, because that's what the system is for. And that's why there's stocks and bonds and stocks and things that people can invest in, because it is set up for them to reoffend. There's always going to be a business for inmates.
Yeah.
Oh, always,
Yep.
always.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, it's, my brother he did 11 years, you know what I mean? And
Everybody hit
it's
that like
hard
button.
coming out. It's hard coming out and working. And, like in Las Vegas, it's even harder because to work at a casino, right? They run your
Uh-huh.
credit. You know what I mean? If you don't have a good credit score, you can't get a job really in a casino. That to me is crazy, and like if you're a felon, who's going to hire you? It's just there's just so many things against them. That's why the guy Ray, I'm like, obviously he's getting out of jail. He's not getting a 6-figure job. What is he making? $15, $20 an hour? And to pay
Just
back
keep
all that
that.
money, right? To pay back all that money, and like you said, he misses one payment. She wants to have a kid. How would you be able to afford a kid and pay that restitution?
You can't.
Crazy.
You got child support right there built in already on something that you don't even have, and that's restitution.
Exactly.
That's mm-mm.
Yeah, and that's how much it costs to raise a kid. They're saying about 150 G's. I mean, it
Yep.
might even be more than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, my cousin. He's NYPD. He
Mm-hmm.
has 3 kids and 3 young kids. You know, and that shit's. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. Because
Mm-hmm.
his wife works. It's not like she's a stay-at-home mom, babysitter who's doing this. I mean, it's just the scheduling's crazy. I mean, it's just not an easy proposition, you know, raising kids. And, you know, Lauren could tell you, you know, like I'm close with her daughter, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not like, oh, I want those Converse. It's like, no, I want those Air Jordans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
200 beans. I got her a pair of these Jordans, and I'm thinking like, oh, she's kid sizes. What are they going to be? $100? No, it was
Yeah.
$210 for a kid size in Jordan. But she had to have
Yep.
them because that's in
It is
style.
what it is. You know what the funny thing is? Like when she was little, like little toddler stage, you know, like 3T, whatever, 2T. I would get her like try to get her like these expensive designer like tops, whatever, which is cheaper for kids, you know. But she would want that, you know. Uh, I want that shirt, Dora, the one with the Dora picture, or the one with like
Oh
whatever
yeah.
character she liked, not the Calvin Klein or
Yeah.
whatever other design. You know, get her a cute bathing suit, and then she wants the Walmart one that has, you know, whatever Nickelodeon cartoon she likes on it. Hi, Nurse Jen, how are you?
Nurse Jen, how are you?
So it's like the opposite now. When they were younger and we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to dress and we could dress them up like dolls and like designer stuff, they
Yeah.
wanted their little like, no, mommy, Dora the
Mm-hmm.
Explorer. No, I
Yep.
want whatever. You know, she wasn't Tinkerbell. She liked Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella was her favorite, but she wanted,
And
you know,
companies like that capitalize on that because they know that. That's why it's Walmart brand $5 versus Dora the Explorer for $25.99.
well, Walmart had shirts with Dora the Explorer on it that were cheap.
Well, I know, but
But
I bet you they were still more expensive than the
yeah,
Walmart brand. Yeah.
yes. Well, the Frozen, you know, they want when Frozen came out when she was little, it was like you ever. I guess when we were kind of younger, there was like the Tickle Me Elmo doll that all the parents went crazy. But then there
Yes.
was like this Glow Elsa doll, and it's just crazy. Some of the thing, you know. So Frozen was the big thing. They wanted shirts with the you know Elsa on them. They didn't want, you know, the shirt that mommy bought that said, you know, Ralph Lauren on it. But did we
Yeah.
go through all the couples? What did we
Oh,
miss?
but he just said something. Okay, he said childcare. Going back to Chance and the Bobby and the twin sister, where he's hyping her
Yeah.
up, talking about he wants a bigger house, and
Yep.
childcare is only about 100 and 150 a
Right.
week. In
Yeah.
whose world?
Yeah.
Right.
You
Uh-huh.
pay more for children to go to daycare than you pay for your mortgage.
Oh my goodness. Yes. 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 Yes.
Where
I
are
used to
they?
work.
Where are they? They're in Texas or Mississippi, like
I don't even
Taylor.
know where they are.
I'm
Good luck
telling you
But
that
getting
I used to do a night shift, and then my husband would do the day because just so we didn't have to do too much day. I didn't work, you know, for a couple of years, but then when I wanted to go back to work, I would work at like a night shift when he was, you know, and he'd do the day
hmm
to avoid the whole daycare type costs and stuff like that.
yeah,
Because it is expensive. Your paycheck, you know, I would say a good 90% would be going to these
yeah.
daycares.
You pay daycare to go to work. That's what it is.
Uh, a day of camp for summer
Yeah,
camp is the worst during the summer. Are you kidding me? $500 a week, $500 a week.
yeah.
If that is one that's not that expensive, it's a lot, definitely a lot. But What other couples did we miss? Did we miss any?
Sean
Um,
Osborne
Who?
and Destiny and
Oh, Sean
Sarah.
and Destiny.
oh my
Um,
God.
That's going to be a shit. Oh, what was the breaking news that we should tell people? Are we going to, or are you guys getting what's her face on? Kelly?
Kelly. Amber talked to Kelly.
You
Yeah, I
did you
talked to
talk to her
Kelly.
already?
I'm trying. Hold on, guys. Let
We
me
got to
see.
put that up.
No, but she
Yeah,
wants to wait till after the wedding.
yeah, I want to wait till
Okay.
after the
Oh,
wedding.
okay. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
talked to her already?
Yeah, I talked to
Oh,
her
that's
because
great.
yes, and
How'd it go?
she's willing to do an interview. Oh my God, did my daughter walk in front? Okay, thank God. Whew.
Everything's good.
Yeah, I was picking
How
up
is
my
she?
daughter and like,
I mean, is she normal or is it like, she's got a Kelly, I
yeah,
mean. She seemed like she was like one of the normal ones, like other than getting with this Sean, but she seemed like she's,
Stop crying. I thought I was abandoned.
Oh no. She all right?
You're okay. I was right there. You don't have to cry. Which way were you going to go home?
Oh no.
She couldn't see me, so she started crying. She thought she was abandoned from the school bus.
Oh, mommy would never leave you.
I would never leave you. Never.
They had me confused with those two because I wasn't sure who was knocking on the door. But Destiny knocked on the door, but Kelly was also up to the hotel room to knock
Yeah.
on the door. So which one
So they're
is it?
both in the same hotel room or same hotel.
Oh, wow, that's fun.
Like,
I
but
want to know
I
who
mean,
she's pregnant by.
well, and did you hear what the producer asked her? The producer asked her, "Is it Sean's baby?" She was like, "Next question." Like, woman, I can do math. Shut up. Like, don't
Yes.
even
It's
try
not.
it.
It's a cliffhanger because they want the season to sound better.
Yeah.
No,
But,
they had the pregnancy test in the trash can at the last
yeah.
episode, and like it was
Yep.
kind of she was gone, but that was in the the left in the trash can. Like that was not purposely put there. You know what I mean? To be found.
Yeah, but
So,
she but what? How long did you say she went to jail for?
She went to
18.
jail, I think, for
Thank
15
you.
months, but she got out early.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's his.
No.
We don't think it's his. But she'll lie if she has to
Oh
get.
yeah.
But I don't
Why
even,
does
I
he
mean,
feel like
he
he
would be a
owes him?
doofus if he really thought that.
Yeah,
Why
he
does she
would be.
feel like he owes him her money though? I don't get that part of
I
it.
guess she
50
paid.
grand.
Because he said he was going to help her. I mean,
Well, I think she paid for some of that car that he had repoed. She said she paid for some of that car.
Yeah, $25,000 of that car.
She
but
paid for
he lost
$25,000 of the
50
car.
G's.
She made a couple payments.
He lost 50 G's though.
But on top of that, you also got to look at the car, though. It was a what? It was a Nissan Altima. Those
Yeah, it
cars
was
don't even
tough.
cost 50 grand.
No, and then he promised her a $10,000 ring or something. Does she realize guys are liars? Guys promise things. When you're in jail, oh, I'm going to get you this ring. I'm going to get you this big house. I'm going to do this, that, and the other
Yeah.
thing. What
Yeah,
happened? We
that's
lost Amber.
fine. But yeah, he promised her those things. But look at what she did when she got out.
Exactly. She was a totally different person.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She
and then
didn't
she
give a
really hit
damn
him below
about
the
him.
belt when she was talking about, the SEX life.
Yeah, what? I don't know what I might have missed that. She was
Oh,
saying that it was horrible or some shit.
well, she said, like when they first got together, she was like, "Oh my God, I think this is probably like the best sex I've ever had."
Mhm.
And that's when she first got out. And now she's trying to, well, now that I think about it, it wasn't, and I'm like, girl,
That's the
please.
usual shit.
Like, no.
Yeah, that's the usual shit, man. Girl,
Yeah.
Thank you, Video
same
Perry,
thing
for
with
dropping
guys.
all the links in chat. You've been so
We
kind.
love you,
Everybody hit the
Kim.
thumbs up. And
We love you, Kim. Yeah, I tell you what though, I don't know why they're not doing like 2-hour shows because
They
it's a
should
lot.
be.
It's
It
a
goes
lot.
by too fast.
I know. It's just I don't know, or maybe not. use so many people in one season. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
like because like we want to pretty much see each couple every episode, right? Like some episodes you don't see certain couples for the whole. You know, what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they should at
Yep.
least touch base
Like
or
I want to see Brittany and Marcelino every episode. They're my favorite, like one of my favorite couples, just because we followed them for so long, and like
Yeah.
they're getting that much airtime.
And
So
what was
you
good
know,
about it
for the
is that it actually worked out. It seemed, you know what I mean? They're like
Yeah.
everything doesn't work out, but they seem like they had a genuine, like she got her shit together. Same thing with Amber, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they came out and Destiny, people like that, forget it, man.
Yeah.
Uh, that I don't understand how, as a man though, like he didn't pick up on those vibes with Destiny. Like you could kind of see, like you might not want to see it, but she was probably juicing him for his ducats when she was in jail. Send him money, send him
Oh,
money. I mean,
absolutely.
like where do you draw
Absolutely.
the line? Like he's neglecting his kids to give
Yeah.
her money. That
Yeah.
shit's crazy.
Yeah. And but I did like Kelly's little comeback and I didn't even recognize her daughter because she cut all her hair off. But when they were sitting there and they was like, what if she's as bad as Destiny? And Kelly was like, I don't think anybody could be as bad as Destiny.
Yeah, I am. Sarah, I got it. She's cool. She looks good, whatever. But she's got some issues. I think.
Yeah.
I just, I mean, how do you feel about Kelly going to the wedding? You girls are against
listen,
it?
I can see her bringing the kids, but why can't she just drop the kids off at the church and the reception? Why does she have to go in and actually sit through it?
See, I look
Yeah,
at it.
I wouldn't want to go sit through it.
No, me neither.
Mm-mm.
Let
I
them.
look at it because if you're gonna, Sarah's gonna have to deal with Kelly because it's like, it's Sean's kids. She's the stepmom.
Right.
So at some point they gotta like.
They got yes, but that doesn't mean she needs to show up.
Bit.
Okay, the kid has a game. Both parents go to the soccer game, and sit in the stands.
Yeah, but a wedding is a private ordeal.
Yeah,
but a wedding, and then maybe if it's the daughter's wedding or one of the kids' birthday parties or their communion, their confirmation, their graduation, you do joint parties and both sets of step parents come.
Yeah, you put differences aside.
A wedding, why do you need to be at the wedding? Why do you even want to sit there? Drop your kids off, pick them up after, drop them off at the reception, and be on your way. That's
and
why.
It's not even at this point. Like all I see is the two oldest kids. So why is she even there to begin with? Because she's not there with the youngest ones.
Right. There's no minors.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just, to me, it's just a way it's just to add drama to the show, obviously. But, it's definitely, I think Sarah needs to learn her place. Like, and I'm sorry if I pushed out 7, 5, 6 kids for somebody, like you're going to answer my call when I call.
Yes, to an extent.
Yeah. But no, I mean, no, I'm not going to be calling you, blowing you up.
How did it get to the point where Kelly, like, did she want to go or like why, or she wouldn't let the kids go without her? I mean, what?
No, I think so. I think that was one of the stipulations. She was going to go and bring the kids. Like she wasn't letting the kids go without her. Okay, so fly them there. But as far as having to actually sit through the wedding, you don't need to sit in the wedding.
No.
You just sit there. So.
But then again, it's good for drama.
Yeah. That's all it is. It's good for drama.
Exactly.
And then you got Destiny showing up. Like, what are you going to do 9 months pregnant, girl? Like, stop.
You think she's going to create a scene?
Yeah.
Destiny? I don't think Kelly will.
No, Kelly won't.
No. But Destiny, just for drama. And then, of course, Sarah's going to totally overreact.
Unless Sean, before he can nip it in the bud and give her something before so she doesn't show up. That might happen.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, well, where is he going to get it from? How can that guy eat 6 kids, one on the
That's what I'm
way, a wedding?
saying.
How can he? Where does that money coming from?
Exactly. That's
So
what I'm
that's all.
saying. So
Yeah.
I think they'll both show up. I think Sarah and Destiny will both show up, and
Sarah
it'll be
should
a
run.
big
Sarah should run.
showdown.
Yeah.
We're gonna
We'll
try to.
probably have to wait 3 more freaking episodes because you
Yep.
know how they draw it out.
And you know she's gonna say, even though the months are not gonna add up, she's gonna try to throw it in like it might be his. You
Yep.
know, she's gonna try some bullshit, or she's gonna make it seem like, oh, well, even when I was in jail, we were still talking. You know what I mean? They're probably gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
something like that. Like he
Mhm.
was still in communication with her when she first went in. So
Yep. Which he was.
What
I mean, obviously, like, why don't you just change your phone number? Like, I know she says she
he
has
said
all
that
these
he did,
connections.
yeah, but she keeps getting it. What was her? She said to her ex-boyfriend's name, Seth. Was it
Yeah,
Seth or
I
something?
forgot it.
well,
But
don't pick
Yeah.
up the fucking phone
Justin.
or block the number or
yeah,
do
just block
something.
her every time she
Right.
calls. Just hang up.
If you
Yeah.
don't
Make sure she's
recognize the
blocked on
number, I
social
don't pick up
media.
number.
Yeah, but it's a TV show, so there we
Yep.
go. It's all
Yeah, you're
for.
right.
And they're all in on it. They get paid a little extra money if they have the ex come in and stir the pot. And they're all, these are felons. These
Yeah.
are people who spend time in jail scamming and conning and everything else. So,
Mhm.
you
Yep.
know, perfect people to go along with these storylines. But is that so? That's it, right? We got them
I
all.
think that's it. Yeah, that's
Oh
it.
wow!
Well, before we go,
I
let's
had
think
an
of
announcement too. So go
what.
ahead.
Don't tell me you're pregnant. Is that the announcement? Oh my
Not
god! All right.
no.
Um. So
Tuesday.
60 days in, we're gonna start doing that one, right?
Yeah.
Friday, I as we were doing the show, I was talking to somebody in DMs confirming, and it looks like probably Friday around. I don't want to say who this person is out loud. You guys, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like Friday around 7ish, we'll do a show and we'll have a guest on 60 Days In. So watch it Thursday, and we have to do Friday because this is the only time they're available. Their schedule's very busy with things going on in their life.
Yeah.
So and we'll discuss the episode from Thursday. So it looks like Friday around 7ish.
Oh yeah. That
I
works for
confirmed it.
me. Yeah.
So, and we'll talk about 60 Days In with one of the
Yeah.
somebody who's lived it and been on the show.
Yes. Yeah.
So how's
Yeah.
everything with you, Amber? Like in your show,
I'm
anything,
good.
any
I'm good.
new,
Yeah.
anything, any hot topics coming up, or any ideas moving forward that we should be tuning in for?
Not at the current time. No. I mean, no, because I just wait till drama hits and then that's when I go live. But for right now, it's pretty tame. So
But,
we're waiting
but Amber, you really, I mean, you're a sweetheart. Why would people want to beef with you?
because they think I'm a sweetheart.
Do you understand that I love Lauren and she's a sweetheart, but I got to admit, she's got some tongue, let me tell you. She
Oh,
can
well,
really lay into you, and she doesn't hide it either.
I don't either on my channel, and that's the thing is, like I was telling, I mean, we talked earlier, like I almost went to jail at the high school today, like no joke, but it's you just come across me at the wrong way at the wrong time, and then we got issues. So
It's other content creators, or is it just people in?
it's other content creators, but it's also former friends that think
Oh,
that
okay.
they can,
But this is the thing, though, right? And not even to like, I'm so lost with some of it because like
yeah,
there's new characters and stuff like that. But sometimes I'll click on a show and it's like they're bringing up the same topics from like when I was
yeah,
in the community a year ago watching it,
yeah.
and
So get over it.
now it's over a year. We're in August, so it's over a year, and it's the same
Same
topics and
thing.
the same arguments they're having. But then you guys already made up, and apologies were made. But
Exactly.
then when you fight again, they're bringing up the same thing. This
Yep.
is, and whatever. But so she responds, and that's what
Yeah.
Amber, she'll
That's what I
call them out,
did.
and she'll respond.
Yeah. I don't bring it. I just respond to it. That's what it is.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I said, you don't seem like the type that's just gonna attack someone for no reason. I could be wrong, but
No, I
you
won't
just
attack,
don't
and
do.
that's the biggest thing.
if
If
someone pisses
I
her off, if they
oh
piss her
yeah
off, but
Oh yeah,
you
but
know,
yeah
what happens when someone pisses me off, Lauren? I can't say anything.
yeah, because I sometimes it's not the right time for you to say it.
There
You know
you
what I
go with
mean?
that
It's like,
timing shit.
yeah.
yeah. Well, sometimes it's timing, in my opinion.
Yep.
Sometimes, it's better just to be quiet, bite your tongue, because if you wait a minute, let them take the
Yeah,
first
if you
move. But
wait a minute, okay, so let's say
what?
the beef happens on a Monday, right?
Yeah.
And you sit on it for 5 days. Well, guess what?
Why do you always have
Five
to
days
respond to her, though?
later, there's five new beefs, and you forgot about that one. So it's
Well, then
like you got to strike while the iron's hot.
I guess so. I guess so. But today's not the day because I'm not in the mood for it, actually.
Yeah,
Mhm.
see, she's the boss. She says I'm the boss, but she's really the boss. Yeah,
Well,
but someone was hitting us on IG at like 5:30 in the morning, and it was someone that I like
that's,
and I still
yeah.
like.
Well, that's what
I
I'm
think
saying. It
I
was
know the
stupid.
person. I don't know. I don't
It's
know who I
almost
was.
like, and then I went at it like, sorry for shooting the messenger. It's one of those situations where
Right.
it's like you're shooting the messenger, so I'm sorry, but then like,
Well, we didn't
Yeah.
and
shoot.
then Joe started talking to them, and it's like they kept going. But whatever, it is what it is. That was at
Well,
5
it's like,
a.m. and it's 5:13 in the afternoon, so that's 12 hours later. And maybe you could have a conversation with them later after both of you guys cool down.
Yeah.
but it was almost like I thought this person was someone else, and I'm like, bro, I don't got a problem with you. You know what I mean? We're cool. But so I guess that means you're backing down from me. It was like shit like that. Oh, I guess that
Oh.
means you don't want smoke with me. I'm like, smoke with you, bro. We're cool. We always chat. We hit each other up. And it
Well,
was
I
just
never
then
even
I
talked
started
to this
looking
person
into
before. I don't even follow them. And they were like, I'm hearing
right.
your friends are telling me you're talking about me. I've never even talked to you before. I don't even follow you. So I think this person might be confused with some things. And maybe there's others behind the
Yeah.
scenes during the pod. Who knows?
Right.
But it doesn't matter at this point. But I got to get off because I have to eat something.
Yeah.
You're a lying lie. Listen, Lauren,
What?
car is not with you, sweetie. You
Stop.
just
Why? Don't say that, though. I tell you not to put my personal business out there.
that's personal business. That's personal business. We're
Uh,
having dinner together. Is that personal business?
who?
Maddie might have not. Who wants to smoke? You know who wants to smoke. He wants to smoke a pack of cigarettes. Wacky tobacco. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you, Amber. So pot is legal in Colorado?
Yes.
You were
Hmm.
one of the first states that went along with that, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know
we
because I
take
just moved
it.
here in January.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And how is it there? It's pretty open, like there's places all over, or
Oh,
Maddie, the
it's
same
like
person who was in your DMs. Actually, no. I think this is somebody else that was in your DMs. This person had a
no.
different name.
Dispensaries are like CVS and Walgreens. They're like on every corner here. Recreational use, medicinal use. But yeah, I mean, you don't need. All you got to do is show an ID, walk in, tell them how many grams you want, and that's it.
what
Oh,
type of
wow.
ID do you have to have? Like a
Just a
four?
driver's license. Show your age. It's just like buying
Oh, so it's
alcohol.
not like you don't need a special type of
Nope.
ID card or whatever.
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. So you
Nope.
just got to be of age. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. You just walk in, and they do both places that I've been to. They check you twice. They check you once downstairs, and then they check you as soon as you go upstairs again to make sure you know your ID, and they scan it, and then they tell you which way to go, and you go wait in the line, and you look at all the different strains, and they got like it's like a when you walk into the building, that's all you smell. That's all you
Right.
smell. and it's upstairs. But when you get, the higher you get, the closer you get to the actual store part of it. And they got all kinds of like stuff, vape pens, different cartridges. They've got sativa, they've got indica, they got hybrids, they got this and they got that. And you just ask the person, if you're not like me, I wasn't really a person that did it before, and I'm like, I just want something to calm down. Like, I don't want something that's going to hype me up. And so they have like experts that will
Right. Yeah.
explain each different thing to you. I'm like, wow,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
this is like a science. This is crazy.
It's expensive, or
No, heck no. Like if you go on Tuesdays, they call it Triple Down Tuesdays or something, and you can buy 2 grams for $10.
really? 2
Yeah.
grams? Wait, 2 grams for $10?
That's pretty good.
It's like 6 to 8 nuggets. Yeah, it's like 6 to 8 nuggets, and it comes in like a little prescription type bottle.
An eighth is 3.5, so you get 2. That's really good, actually.
Yeah.
And it's good quality, right?
Oh, it's like, I mean, way better than anything you can get off the street. I mean,
so me and Lauren were thinking about, taking a little vacay and like, doing a show from Florida or some tropical destination. Lauren, we're going to Colorado.
You should, because even out of state, even if you're from out of state, it's still legal while you're here. All you got to do is show your ID from your state. And if you're over 21, you still get to get in and get it.
Yeah.
And you can literally ride down the street with it. You can go into a store with, there's no hiding it. There's just no hiding it. It's just everywhere. Everywhere you go, you smell weed. Everywhere you go.
So
doesn't matter.
Smoke, though. Right? You smoke?
Very, 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 very occasionally. Like, just, I don't like to feel that out of it, but if I'm like in pain or something, then yeah.
I tried it last summer. Like, I wanted to get on pot last summer because this guy I was hanging out with was smoking pot. So there's
give personal information. What are you talking about?
There's a place that actually sells it, and buying it from there I like, but then like when he would bring the street stuff, it would like make me like paranoid. But the stuff that would come from the store, like I would be laughing my ass off. I would spend like a half hour laughing my ass off. But the stuff that he would
get paranoid. Yeah, and that was my biggest thing. Like when I was up here in December when we were looking for the house, I was getting altitude sickness, and I didn't even know what that was. It was just severe headache. I felt like throwing up because I was like 7,000 feet higher, up in the air.
Mile High City, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was getting headaches every morning. And like finally, one of my subscribers was like, "You're in Colorado, go to a dispensary." And I'm like, "I don't smoke. I get paranoid." And they're like, no. And they broke it all the way down.
You disguised yourself and went there?
I went there like literally the girl looked at me like, seriously, like you really need this much help. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to get paranoid. I am so afraid I'm going to get paranoid. And so when we took it back to the hotel, it was just the indica strain, to try to mellow you out, whatever. And I sat there and it took me probably like an hour, 2 hours, whatever. And my husband was joking with me. He was like, if that was Crown, you would already down some. Like, why are you hesitant? I said, because I'm afraid of how it's going to make me act. And so finally I just, she told me hit it once or twice and then wait and see 30 minutes to an hour how I feel.
And see if you need more.
Oh my God, y'all. I woke up the next day to chips and hot sauce and Tres Leches cake and enchiladas.
I liked it, right? You liked it?
Yes, but I had the munchies like at 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I ordered a whole bunch of Mexican food.
Listen, ladies, I just thought of something. Why don't we, when we get together, right? Like we got to get together, like go to Colorado and like we'll do shows sampling the different strains and how
I can't do that.
Like like this strain will make you eat a whole box of devil dogs. This strain will make you do this.
I'm still paranoid.
Yeah.
But
You
like,
would have to practice a little bit before. I
yeah,
mean, you
yeah,
could just
definitely.
go cold turkey.
I remember, yeah. Well, like I said, the one kind I liked. Like I sat there, I laughed, I was chill. Like it
Oh
was,
yeah.
and like everything was funny. Like I
Yes.
couldn't stop. It was
Yeah.
laughing forever. Everything was funny. I was relaxed. It was
Did you get
chill.
the butterflies in your stomach for no reason? Did you feel that way?
Nah, I don't
The
remember, but
I
I
first
know
started
that.
time
laughing
I
because I
did,
felt butterflies in my stomach, and I was just like, "What is that feeling?" Like,
the
I'm
Yeah,
first
cracking
time I
up.
did,
everything was funny, and I had fun on it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But then the free stuff, it was like no thanks. But it was really expensive from the one store.
yeah.
Um, but whatever, it was
The
worth it.
L.
Though. I didn't need that much, like one little toke, and
Oh
then I
yeah,
upgraded to two little tokes, and it was enough that it was having me just, or like it was during the summer, so take a toke and sit on the beach and just lay out and watch
just
the ocean
relax. Yeah.
and get some sun. It was cool, but
I don't see how people can sit there and smoke an entire thing of it. Like, because I'm good off of one or two, like
yeah,
for the
no,
rest of the night. Just
yeah,
the
I
rest
gotta,
of the night.
yeah.
Good.
We got
I
to build
gotta
up a
show you
tolerance.
girls. I gotta show you girls a picture that I took in 2001. I still have it. It's a Polaroid. What we did was me and my friends. It was four of us. Okay, we got a OZ. We filled it with. It was 6 Dutch Masters long. Now, it was like 3 feet long.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
and it burned for 6 hours.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Okay, I have the picture of it. I'm holding it up with two hands. Okay, but here's the crazy part. I only lasted about an hour or two because what happened was 2 days before that, I had arthroscopic surgery on my left knee. When I tell you that after smoking for about 2 hours, I couldn't feel my legs. It was the scariest thing because I guess the anesthesia, it did something to it. And like I was really like paranoid. I'm like, I can't, I felt like I couldn't move. I couldn't feel from the waist down. It was the scariest thing. I'm like, yo, I can't get up right now. What do you mean? I'm like, my legs, they're not there. It was crazy shit. It went for like
Oh
5 hours.
my
That's
god.
got the pic,
My the
the
funniest story
Polaroid.
for me was it was probably when I'm 43 now, so I was probably 31, and I was dating somebody, and he would smoke every day. I like sit up on the side of the bed and smoke in the middle of the night, go back to sleep. Like just, I mean, it was like nothing
One
for
of
him.
those.
And so like he had a friend over one time, and we were watching House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh, that
Oh
movie's.
my God. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, babe, let me get a charge. Just let me get a charge. In other words, just give me a kiss. But anyway, but yeah, so he gave me a charge. And I was like, give me another one. And then, oh my God, all those psychedelic and all that screaming and stuff. I like sat straight up on the couch. I'm like, I think I'm forgetting to breathe. And his
Same
friend just
thing.
looked at
Yeah.
him. He goes,
Yeah.
dude, your girl is really fucking up my high.
Yeah, that's
That's funny.
I've had some experiences too.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
I definitely had when it was like you feel like your heart is racing. And hey, Carol,
yeah.
how are you, pretty girl? I used to be like, but back when I was like, high school days, up until like whatever, I was like a professional, like wake and bake and all that other
No,
stuff. But then, you got to grow up and you can't be high all day. Can't be
yeah.
on weed all day. But
I don't see
all
how
right,
people
guys.
function.
Yeah,
I don't.
well, I guess when it's normal to be high, like you have that,
I
it's like a normal thing. Like when you drink, it's like you got to practice because like when I drink now, if I'm really gonna drink, like you're gonna be hungover. But back in the day, being hungover was like normal because that's how you normally felt because you
yeah,
drink.
that's true. Yeah.
It's like a practice type thing to build up your tolerance. Carol, thank you for coming in chat.
Carol,
But
you
all
gotta
right,
come
guys.
on the show one of these days.
Yeah, Carol needs to come on.
We're gonna have an all girl show, including me.
Uh,
It's gonna be me surrounded by 8 women. Eight
Oh
of
my
the best
God.
looking women.
Everybody subscribe to Chicago Muscle. What does Edwin say? Smoking weed on this.
No, we would
Yeah,
never do
please,
that.
please treat. I just lit our delicious champagne. We must keep the chat to the higher standards. You're right, Edwin. But on that note, let's say goodbye.
Yeah, I'm out. I gotta go pick up the big ones
Yep, and you
and pray
overslept.
I don't get in any fight.
You overslept our
Listen,
lie.
Amber, if
Yeah.
you are trying to get in touch with Lauren and she doesn't respond, you could get in touch with me. And then
Okay.
because I know what winds up happening sometimes with her, she might miss a call or whatever. I know
Yeah,
how
'cause she
to
goes to bed
ruffle her
early.
feathers to get her up.
Well, I don't really go to. I do, but I don't. But we're on different time zones. But you could hit Joe up on Instagram sometimes too. And just
Yeah.
let him know you're trying to get in touch with me.
Yeah, because it's only 3:30 here, so.
Yeah, we're on a different time zone too, so that throws it off.
Yep.
And like I said, Amber, if you ever hit me up on IG and the response is nasty,
Stop! I wouldn't do that. Stop.
No, just listen.
No, I wouldn't do that to Amber. Number one,
Yeah.
but number two, sometimes too,
you wouldn't do it.
And it's not even about me going to bed. It's like I'll turn my volume down, put my phone on the charger, and I'll just start watching TV. And it's like I'm done with the internet for the night, so my phone to the side. Because I have idiots who hit me up, and it'll be like 10:30. This one's talking about you. That one's talking about you. And
like
stuff
enough.
Like that.
I'll watch it tomorrow.
Did you see the Divine
my
Meditations?
What?
Lauren, did you see the one who friend requested me, Divine Meditations?
No.
One post, 0 followers. I blocked her.
Troll.
Yeah. So I beat you to it.
Oh, good job. I'm teaching you well.
Good, grasshopper.
Carlo F.
Teach me your ways, Sensei.
Carlo F has 1 follower, 15. He's following 15 people, 0 posts. He's following me. I shouldn't follow back.
No. No.
All right. Well, you got to keep checking on that, Lauren. Get in there and.
But Elle, after this, call me in a little bit because I am thinking about going to Florida in October. So just a heads up.
Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm always down there. You know that.
I know.
So.
And if we're not there, we'll be there. How about that?
Yep.
That
definitely.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. I'm out.
Have a good one. Go pick up the kid and don't fight anybody.
I know. I'm no more car lines today.
You going on tonight, Amber?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe. Just maybe.
Maybe I'll pop in your chat if I'm
up.
If somebody pisses her off.
Yeah. I do have a stream that somebody told me to go listen to with my temper down. So I'll see how that sets me off. So, yeah.
All right. Something going on while you were sleeping. I seen there was a stream going on. I don't know if your name was mentioned.
Oh Lord.
Anyway. All right, chat. Listen, everybody in chat that sent a super chat, I appreciate it. We appreciate everybody in chat. Amber, thank you so much for coming on. We always enjoy your company. Friday, 7 Eastern.
5 my time. Yep.
Yeah, try to keep that open because we got something
bad news, Lauren. My pop socket just broke.
I got one for you. I'll bring it to you right now.
All right. Thanks, sweetie.
Oh, God.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.